What's what's good, 2C game? It's your boy J2C. I know I ain't made a game in a while. I mean, made a video or did a live stream in a while. So today we're gonna be playing Madden for a little bit. Just a video. So my camera, they don't give me an option to use my camera for this. We're gonna do my personal season. Oh my gosh, what's going on? They let you go to parties in the game too?
Coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on the run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not. See, I'm out here winning, no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. Snowing is big, and all of us in this all of us doing in front of a king. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goals and bring my game.
Or so, should we do all whites? Yeah, we're gonna do all white.
You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Come out of the tank. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Dang, bro. Dude, just call me out of the air and throw me on the floor.
Gave it a shot, but nah, we're not gonna do it, chat. Arrow Donald. I think we already won against him.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
Aaron Donald is like the best defensive lineman in the league.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just laying.
He might be on both, actually. He might be on defense and no, he's on defense.
I got the stadium going insane.
Because you know how on Madden it shows you, like, while you're loading into a game, it shows you players?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's him.
I think I already won against this team. And then there's CB is Jalen. And last name sound math familiar.
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Yeah. Someone, Ramsey, that sounds so
Thanksgiving
familiar.
night presentation of
Mason Ramsey.
I shouldn't have skipped that. Alright, my stadium. So it's home. It's a home game. Okay.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on Thanksgiving night. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Viking offense making their way.
My whole season, I've scored 43 touchdowns as a quarterback, intercepted 5 times.
At this point of the season, and I think if you poll folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong, and a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No, I caught.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
I think no, because it says QB, so I probably threw. Wait.
Play there on the first play of the game, and even 40 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process.
This is the 12th week of going against the Patriots.
There, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
44.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side.
TD.
In the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. I'll let let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
Oh, that's your whole Xbox thing too?
Yeah. I mean, and why shouldn't we be?
Oh.
We've seen him improve throughout the...
Account and your Xbox name are the same thing, right? It's the same thing for every account.
Purple. Is this purple?
It's the same thing on PlayStation.
Do you think this light is purple or pink?
Now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he will get in to make it 8-0.
I'm not doing a live stream right now. I'm just recording. Because last time I checked, my
showing how
permission
aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2 CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great.
Because I had did a phone live stream, and they thought we were too young when Josiah had stayed tonight, so they took my live permissions away. But I think it should be back by now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They're gonna need it. Y'all punks, bro. Sometimes it's good, sometimes just y'all just weak.
Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
Lock in D, lock in D. Let me in, coach. Let me in, coach.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports.
What position you play, you said, Ollie?
Hope everybody's had a fantastic
Have you even played yet since your season?
This, of course, the night cap to a great day of football here on this Thanksgiving holiday 2022.
I have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
What? That was a nice catch, Patriots.
He will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now right to Bourne.
I know, I did that,
Plus,
guys.
there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
What, yards? You can't do that.
So roughing the passer
How many games are
accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be.
I tripped the kid.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jones on 1st and 10. He's got Smith here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Catch.
I did
44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
Oh my gosh.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
On the 10, right on.
Good pickup on first down. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
Oh, come on, 6. Point wants to try not to get a pass.
Runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Here's
Stevenson.
Oh no.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll run with Stevenson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Stevenson.
Stupid.
Touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd.
I want to spot him back because he wasn't. His point wasn't it. I'm not gonna let me challenge it.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, and let's get this one in.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And this is now a 1-point game. This taken in at the goal line.
What are you doing, 50? It's supposed to be on 56. You're the reason why I returned that mess.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week.
Oh, that was alright. That was alright.
It actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Cook again.
Wow, big challenge.
Take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So Charles, you talk about this offense.
Well, really not recommending.
Played. I mean, the defense too, really, but they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0. That's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones got the connection here to Moore. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. A little juke. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal game.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Deshaun Jackson, his 10th touchdown of the season.
I can't. I've been trying this again.
They'll try and throw for it.
And
he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
I'm not. I'm going to touchback. New England trying to get to place on offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, where's your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? You don't have much time to get ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
It's not your fault. I sung too. I'm tired.
For Jones and the Patriots here.
They're gonna have to copyright me if they want. Cause I said it's not just your fault. I sung too. I got it. It's been so hard trying to keep it in.
On 4th down. On his Bailey to send this one away. His first punt, 48
you gonna have to move
yards.
your mic if you about to see.
That's pulled in at the 32. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10.
Thielen, catch this ball so you can fall on the ground.
They'll try and start.
There's nobody on it. That is some not interception. That's
the secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there.
Interference.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that.
Hey.
To get their confidence fully back.
Dang, there's a big black person trying to tip him. What?
Second down.
I'm sorry, because I'm trying to do an HP split screen, and then a big black person.
Someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down.
Spot a ball.
Up the 1st and goal.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers.
They recommended it. Okay.
And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead
They do
in
it
this
too
first
fast.
half.
Yes.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And he's brought down. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
Yes.
They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now Nick Folk.
Y'all can't make this field goal. Y'all can't make it.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all half field. Y'all can't make it.
It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 23-point deficit.
So are you going to trade? Is it possible to trade teams in the game, Owen? Yeah.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll throw now on the final play. They're going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Once again, hope everyone out there has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Settling down now to watch Thursday Night Football. Let's take a look ahead to what's coming here on the rest of this holiday weekend. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And then finally, a Cyber Monday edition of Monday Night Football, as the final game of November is the Steelers and the Colts from Lucas Oil Stadium. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, I think this plays he's going to be out.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10.
At the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
That's really not the song, right, Owen?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, that was so close. Until the other players messed up my play.
But he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Hey, Dave.
Tomlinson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And the punter bailing on now as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. Nice little juke.
Already pass happened.
Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as
that was a good return.
And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Big chat.
So here are the Vikings.
Oh, we're going tight.
Again in this ball
Might be
game.
tight. Oh, I'm an X Factor.
Right now sitting at 10. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play,
why are you not recommending any running?
Or setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21
my
yards.
arms on.
A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are an extra point away from going up by 30. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm going to continue, and I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll set up a throw. Shifts by him. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the was on a different level in this game, safe to say we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them. And this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Oh, a nifty juke there. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Last quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
All right, hold up.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Lead to 3rd. Oh, what?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete in the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Folks' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. Gets past 1 man. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. He gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it
closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will not make it to the goal line as he's trying. For 2 is going to come up empty, but that's little consolation. This defense, as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Jones now throwing on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Vikings, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for New England, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles...
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast. rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference, 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict, you on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
First off, let me talk my got a couple things I gotta talk off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping all my it's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring up in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. Doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this.